What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be looking at a product that will give you YouTube on your factory or aftermarket head unit. Today we're just going to be looking at aftermarket head units. I will be doing a video on factory head units in the future. And a couple of things. Firstly, your head unit has to have Apple CarPlay. So if it's not a CarPlay and Android Auto head unit, or just a CarPlay head unit, see this video in the top right hand corner. If you do have a CarPlay head unit, it could be an Alpine, Pioneer, Kenwood, Sony, any of those units, keep watching. So unlike some of our other videos, this is not a big installation. There's no module that needs to be hardwired, or you don't need to pull apart anything in your car. All you need is this. And what you're gonna do with that is plug it right into the USB port, and it's gonna give you more than YouTube. It's actually gonna give you a full Android operating system. So you can go ahead and log into your Google account, go to the Play Store, download any app that you wish. Could be Netflix, Binge, KAYO, YouTube, you name it. This thing does a whole lot of things. So what I'll do is we'll unbox it, have a look at it, and then we'll go put it onto a head unit. All right, this is the product here. So that's the packaging. It's not very big. Once you open it up, you've got instructions. Okay, then we've got the interface itself. So nothing too crazy. So on one end, we've got USB-C and USB-A on the other. So, or just normal USB on that side. Okay, then we've got this little packaging right here. Okay, so in here is a GPS antenna. This is optional, all right? You do not need to install this. You can just leave it. It helps with GPS, you know, time, all that sort of stuff. Okay, we've got the nice USB to USB-C cable. Little power module box here, that is for the GPS antenna. And another little power harness here, that is also for the GPS antenna. So this stuff here, you do not need. You can fit it if you want to. I would recommend installing it. When you're on the Android system, like I said, it will help pick up GPS, give you the correct time and date, speed, all that sort of stuff. Again, optional. Here we have the box or interface itself. So all you need to do basically is on one side, plug in the USB-C. Okay, try and do this one-handed. Boom. Plug that into your USB port and off you go. It's very, very simple. I'm gonna go and show you how to do that right now. We get to do testing on all of these head units. All right, so first up we got the Halo 9 by Alpine. What you wanna do is basically get to the home screen, just like this. This is the USB port of the unit. So what you wanna do is go ahead, plug it in, and you'll see it start to flash. Okay, and it will go straight into it for you automatically. Okay, I'm just gonna hit I know. And now this is the operating system of the little dongle that we've plugged in. So if you were to go home, anyone that has an Alpine unit or a Halo 9, this is what you're used to seeing. We now have a new icon here. If your phone was plugged in, it would just be CarPlay. And if you've got the dongle plugged in, this is your new operating system. So, you know, Google Maps, phone cast, so you can mirror your phone. USB, so that was on the other side of the dongle. We've used the USB-C to USB-A, and this is another USB input right here. So if you did have any, you know, USB movies, hard drive, whatever you want to use, you can. Settings, it's got phone calls and Bluetooth music. CarPlay as well, so you don't lose CarPlay. You can just run CarPlay right through this instead. Version, and then you go more apps. Okay, and here we've got Google Play, you know, YouTube, Google Chrome, Netflix, all these crazy things. Now to be able to use these apps, you need internet, right? So here it says there's nothing connected. So if we go YouTube, it will bring it up, but it's just not gonna load. So what we need to do, there's a little home button right here. So we're gonna press that. We're gonna go home again. And we're gonna go settings. Okay, then I'm just gonna get out my device, hotspot. Okay, we're gonna go here to Wi-Fi. You're gonna find your phone. Okay, you're gonna connect to it. It will ask you for a password, so just put in your hotspot password. You can see here now, my phone is connected and we have internet right here. What other settings we have? There's like a help page, time zone. So like I was saying with the GPS antenna, if you set your time zone, it will pick you up automatically. And then you've got time settings, accessibility here. So the floating button, you can get rid of that. Vehicle position, left and right. Factory settings. General settings in here. So default startup, you can change between CarPlay or the media box. Driver alert, you can turn that on or off if you don't like it. Just get rid of it. Okay, application size, there's a few settings in there you can play with. Factory mode is protected by a password. And that's pretty much the settings. Anyway, let's go back to where we were. So we've connected internet now. We're going to go YouTube. Now we're online. Okay, what are these? Let's just find, doesn't really matter what. So we've got sound. Skip ads. And there you go. You got YouTube.
When Dodge gives you a 797 horsepower, 4-door sedan.
Okay, then you can get out of that. Again, Google Play Store, so if you want to go and download any other apps, Google Chrome, Netflix is right here. Log into your Netflix account, use that. And yeah, that'll bring you, that little car button brings you right back to that Alpine or, you know, whatever head unit you're using system. We'll go home. Sorry, we can go home here. Now, anyone that has a ILX unit or an Alpine unit or whatever, and you know it does not have wireless CarPlay, this module does. So what we'll do is we're going to connect a new iPhone. So open iPhone settings, general CarPlay. Okay, so we're going to go CarPlay general. Scroll down, you're going to see the smart EZZE right there. Okay, then that will connect. And then you'll get the little CarPlay symbol right here. Boom. And then you've also got now wireless CarPlay. Very easy, you can just go back here. And now we're right back into the interface of the little device. Alright, so for anyone wondering, it does not do Android Auto. I just spent some time trying to connect a S21 Ultra. And yes, I know I'm in CarPlay, but a lot of these devices will say CarPlay, but it will do Android Auto and CarPlay. I tried plugged in and via Bluetooth, it did not work. So this is more of a iPhone base. You can cast your phone screen though. So that means like mirroring if you wanted to do mirroring. Or you can, if you just want to use Android Auto, you'll have to use it through the Alpine system. And then you've got this device here when you want to go ahead and use, like I said, YouTube, Google Play, right, Maps, Google Maps, all that sort of stuff. Just connect the internet and off you go. Okay, so that is one unit that it works on. That is the Alpine Halo 9. Next up, we're going to test the Alpine W970A. So I've just tried every Alpine unit that we have in the board, the 650, the 702D, the W970A, and it's working on every single unit. That is really, really good. So Alpine CarPlay units, this will work. Okay, next up is Kenwood. The only Kenwood CarPlay unit we have on the board right now is this one here. So that is the DDX9020 DABS. I already know this is going to work. So let's go ahead and go, there you go. Give it 2 seconds. And boom, there we go right there. So that is the DDX9020 DABS. So it works perfectly on that Kenwood unit right there. That is the only Kenwood unit that we have with CarPlay. But it would work on the 8020S as well. Okay, so with the Pioneer units, they run USB-C on the new style, and this is USB-C. So you either need a USB-C to USB-C cable, which we do not have, or a little adapter, which either Pioneer have not supplied or the boys have lost them. It's a USB-C to USB-A adapter. We could just use the little cable that this comes with, USB-C into the module, and then USB-A into the unit, but we, 1, don't have the adapters, 2, don't have USB-C to USB-C cables. So sorry Pioneer, we're not being able to test you today. Next up, we've got more Kenwood. So we're going to try the big Kenwood, a JVC unit. This is the M560BT and the 5020S by Kenwood as well. And not the 1025, this does not have CarPlay. Alright, so I'll test those and let you know how we go. Alright, so here we've got the big boy Kenwood unit. This is a really, really awesome unit. We need to do a review on this very soon. I've just plugged it in. Boom. Look at that. Works perfectly on this bad boy right here. Next up, we've got this JVC head unit. This is the KW-M560BT. To be honest, I'll be surprised if it works on this one. Oh, look at that. Wow. Well, there you go. That's out of control. There you go. Works on this unit too. This is really good because these are the very entry-level units. Okay, 579 for that one. All right, 599 for that Alpine unit right there. Entry-level units, and then you can go ahead and use this module, and you're going to get all of these awesome features. Okay, next up, the Kenwood. Guys, the Kenwood DMX 5020S and the M560 BT, basically the same unit. Look at it go. All right. So apart from the Pioneer units, which we weren't able to test, all of our Kenwood units work, all of our Alpine units work. Next up is Sony. I'm going to go ahead and say pretty much every CarPlay unit here is going to work, and that will include these guys who tried to be different with the USB-C. Anyway, let's keep moving. Okay, we're now connected to Sony's big boy unit. So out of the big boy, when I say big boy, I mean like floating. We've got Sony, Kenwood worked, Pioneer will work, Alpine worked, Sony. Will you work? Not looking promising. Oh! Hey, there we go! Boom, boom, boom. Look at that. Okay, here we've got the 3000. We don't have the 1000 in stock, which I'd really, really like to check. I'm going to go ahead and say it works, just because of our rate so far. And if it works on the 3000, boom, we've got a very good chance that it's going to work on the 1000 as well. Look at that. Boom. This is great. So all in all, every single CarPlay unit that has been tested here works. Alright guys, there it is. So that is the multimedia interface that has worked on every single CarPlay unit that we have tested right here. And as I said at the start of the video, this will also work on cars that have factory CarPlay. It will work exactly like it has worked on these head units, but I will go ahead and do a video on that in the future. In the description, I will have a list of every single unit that we tested today. And like I said, any CarPlay unit it will work on. Link for this will be in the description as well. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.